cosmically. Take off my flesh, you don't need the rest. I'm a man who's the best, so take your guess. Is it me? Purple man. Jesus was the purple man, living in a desert, purple land. Snake bite to the head, antidote from a boy's glad. It's Jesus the purple man. Next slide, Chewy. I just sweep all the leftover Greek that they're too afraid to sneak a peek. No, I ain't monetized, so look into my eyes. The truth never dies, the Medea is the real Christ. I got fired for all my lies and sexual assault. It's not my fault. Jesus was the purple man, living in a purple land. Snake bite to the hand, antidote from a boy's clan. It's Jesus, the purple man. No, goddammit, no. Do you understand? All these sexy guardians are engaging my flanks. The standard translations are just a mistake. God is in hedonism and perversion, not the saints. Scholars in the back alley taking the bait. Pants around their ankles, I'm the one no one can debate. Jesus was the purple man, snake bite to the hand. Died because he missed the bland. It's Jesus, the purple man, living in a purple land. This blind's waiting on hand, antidote from a boy's gland. It's Jesus, the purple man. Wait, no, stop, I didn't attack those girls, baby. No, I didn't become a janitor to be closer to impressionable young women. I'm a classicist. Yeah, the assault was all made up because they don't want you to know the truth about the 30,000 Christ Jews. Jesus was the purple man, living in a purple land. Snake bite to the hand, antidote from a boy's clan. It's Jesus, the purple man, living in a purple land. Snake bite to the hand, antidote from a boy's clan. Jesus was the purple man, living in a purple land. Snake bite to the hand, antidote from a boy's clan. It's Jesus, the purple man. It's Jesus, the purple man. It's Jesus, the purple man.
Warning, we are not responsible for any booty shaking, titty licking, drinking, cheating, or any other irresponsible actions you're about to watch.
People think I'm gay. Let's boogie. Dr. Till is a racist.
Are you living somewhere you rent?
You know how tight a virgin black ass is?
Yeah.
You can't act black.
This lady right here, she's black. But really, it's a CIA mask. She's doing CIA blackface.
Ministry of Duds.
Subtitles.
Turns out, the Westboro Baptist Church was right all along.
Jesus is a guy who walked around with 12 children.
So let me get to the real. I think I'm the dumbest person in the world.
The path of a lesbian is truly a hard and lonely one.
This guy actually believes he's boiling people and roasting people on the internet.
You're late.
Yes,
I've been
I was
here
late.
for...
You know what? I'm late. Apparently, I'm the mean one. You know what? Fuck it all.
You are.
I had work shit I had to take care of, but I'm back. We're back. We're gonna do a show. How's it going, everybody? Hit that like button on your way in. Share this on all your favorite social media. Let the people know we are live. Don't wait for the notification bell. Let your friends know. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. Most important thing, you can help support the show is by going to streamlabs.com/ministryofdude. Oh, yeah.
You better do it. Swear to God.
Well,
if you want there to be a cure for schizophrenia, hit like. It's a big problem.
This fucking channel gave me like a thing a while back being like, oh, you can't post links in the description anymore. because this channel's flagged as suspicious or whatever. I'm like, okay, let me fix it. So I go through their little YouTube thing of, you know, how to fix it or whatever. It's like, submit a picture of your ID. I'm like, okay, whatever, I don't give a fuck. So I do, and it's like, it'll be 24 hours to process. All it asked was for a picture of the front of my ID. Goes back and says, your processing has been denied because you didn't send a picture of the back of your ID. I'm like, you didn't ask for one. You fucking dickheads.
I had to do something today because I released the Maniac trailer. Woo! Woo! And I was trying to put like a link to the campaign in the description, but they make you can either give them your ID, 6 seconds of your face, like on video, or
oh shit, Kyle's
wait
here.
2 months.
But didn't you notice?
Somebody start talking about him.
And I still gotta wait a day.
I was talking about a different Brazilian.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it's I don't know what this fucking.
Did you
bullshit
finish
is.
what you were saying, John? I'm sorry. I guess I coughed.
No, it's fine. Basically, Google, they're just hungry for
Your data.
your data.
Yeah. Give us your ID. Ugh.
Give us your face.
Your flesh and balls.
Next time, I'm just sending him a picture of my dick
Hell yeah.
with a face drawn on it.
It's gonna be awkward having to unlock your phone with that.
I mean, only if I'm in public.
I'm trying to unlock my phone. You guys are the perverts for looking.
Yep.
I mean, maybe
So-
they just know how to appreciate art. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I love that Tilda just gave up on doing a thumbnail today. And the title was like, I'm angry.
Kyle, I literally had 6 minutes
I
to make
like
a
it.
thumbnail and get the streams ready. I literally walked
like
in the
it.
door at I'm in Central Time Zone, so for me it would be a 7:24. So I had to get dressed, like get on my fucking work clothes, get a stream ready, and do a thumbnail. So I was like, I don't know. I'm the mean one, so I'm just gonna make a mean face and go
What's that? What's happening?
Oh, I don't know what
What's
chat this is from, but I got sent this screenshot earlier. Till is not satire. Horrible comedians. I can't argue there. They hide behind comedy. I don't hide behind anything. My face is right here.
For what?
Raw Path, you
hide
hide.
for what?
Yeah, what am I hiding from?
Hide for what?
Yeah. They miss the satire. Raw Path,
I don't care.
Your shit's just all over the fucking place. Like
Yeah.
sometimes you hit like the Jesus bowling thing with Kyle, that shit hit great.
Oh, yeah.
Everything else felt like a fever
Great.
dream.
Because it's on me.
Exactly.
Yes.
Piece of shit.
Those 10 seconds were great. The rest of the 40 minutes in the trash.
Right, I agree. There was a lot of just
So anyway,
nothing.
this is the judge
Keep
of
it up
comedy,
though. Keep it
And
up.
what he does, the fucking video form of a serial killer's manifesto, that's comedy.
Yeah.
What he does is comedy. What he does is satire.
Apparently,
the
I've gotten
schizophrenic
some
ramblings of a
information
serial
on
killer.
who this person could be, and they go under a different screen name. And from what I understand, I don't know if this is just like being an edgelord, but apparently this person likes Nazi stuff. Like,
I don't care.
What kind of Nazi stuff?
I mean, like from what I understand,
They
like
just-
flags and stuff, like having
all
one of
over
those
the
walls.
place.
It just feels like try hard edgelord shit, you know.
Gotcha.
I feel like modern day Nazis you could bitch slap out of their fucking boots.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're all fucking cat boys.
N-words?
Yeah, N-words.
Yeah, you could not beat up Kanye. Come on.
I could beat up Nick
He's
Fuentes.
the cool kind of Nazi, Johnny.
Anyway, let me clarify something, Marcel. I didn't just call his edit schizophrenic. I called him a schizophrenic because that's what he is. Only a schizophrenic can make a fucking video manifesto like that.
His
fucking
videos
insane.
remind me of the cuts in Seven when they're doing like the fucking like the serial killer like journal and shit. You know what I'm talking about?
The ramblings of a schizophrenic serial killer.
Or you ever seen the movie Witchblade? It was like I think it was like a
No.
TV movie.
Oh, is
But-
it? Are there two blades, and you have to decide? You know.
No, it's based on a
Which
comic where
blade?
this like chick like has this fucking gauntlet thing that has a blade that comes out of it and like turns into like this.
Oh wait, yeah, I know which
fucking
blade.
yeah,
I
But they
think
made
you
a
mean
TV
Gauntlet
show.
Blade.
Yeah, it should have been called Gauntlet Blade. Well, there was a TV movie, Nacho, that was before the show. It was like a big pilot that was like 90 minutes
Yeah.
long.
It's a comic book.
And the
Like
when they would do the fight scenes, it was like the cameras was going. So you're just like,
Awesome.
it's...
So it's the Taken, like Jason Bourne shaky edits.
No. It was literally like, just like make it to where you couldn't tell what the fuck was happening. All you saw was like arms swinging and like things
Oh.
getting cut. Like it was like mega ultra shaky cam. Like
Gotcha.
someone taking your hand just going like that. It was so bad.
You know what this stuff looks like? Bad late 90s FMV games. For people who know, they know. Like that Sega Saturn, Sega
Like Night
CD.
Trap.
I guess Night Trap was one of the most well known. But there's a lot of schizophrenic ones that are like not well known.
Marcel said that screenshot was from his live today. Yeah, I got sent the live. I heard you said you made some good points, Marcel. Like, you know, I think some things can, you know, sometimes it's time to move past all the resentment and stuff you build up over time, and you know, try to find a purpose in it all. You know, look get
Who?
philosophical,
We?
you guys.
Or
Not
them?
us. Not us.
We'll take this to the grave.
Yeah.
We'll never forget. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I can understand why the person thought that Marcel was like being a little mean or whatever. I get it. But I think Marcel was making some good points. I think Marcel just wants to help. And I don't know, like I've kind of become of the opinion that Marcel's a good dude. I don't know what to say. He's just a dude.
I don't know him. I don't have anything against him.
You know, Marcel and I
Mhm.
exchanged social security numbers the other day, and
Oh yeah.
I feel like
Really?
we've really built some trust.
Some dick pics.
No. But you know, it is hard to figure out who you can trust in this internet. So I say, don't trust anybody, including me.
No.
That's just the best way to go about everything.
And also, like, I'm already tired of them. Like, if it wasn't the fact that they fucking took the channel, I would be over it. It's like, okay, let's wait until Eamon does something goofy out there or whatever. They're not
Yeah.
even that interesting. They're just boring, schizophrenics.
Well, yeah, it's a
Not even that
lot
fun.
of honestly, it's probably a lot of really lonely people that they've built themselves
Oh,
this
the
little
lonely
insular.
people.
I'm being serious here, Kyle. Like, there are probably a lot of lonely people that have built a little insular community, and we come along
Lonely people.
and we were making fun of all the weird shit they're doing, and so
What
they're feeling very
discard they come
defensive.
from?
It makes sense, but it doesn't make what their things they do any less weird.
Eamon Hillman.
Oh,
All right, we don't have a lot
Here
of time
comes
tonight.
Rawhouse getting fucked in his own ass. Nothing he says makes any sense.
Marcel says, "Yeah, I got defensive when I saw you guys' stuff at first. Totally
Yeah.
makes sense.'re assholes.
Yeah.
Lovable assholes." But you
Bring
know what
that
the great
up, Chewie. Look
the
at
great
how
thing about an
purple
asshole, though, is-
that looks.
Ew, stop fucking sandbagging our parody.
Hey,
God damn
stop
it, he didn't
sandbagging my
have
sentiments.
one verse.
I'm trying to
He
have a
didn't have
heart-to-heart
one
here.
fucking
We're
verse.
having
I'm
a
trying
little
to reach
fun,
through
dude.
I'm
This
trying
is
to
a
reach through
musical
the
show.
screen here and
Robert
touch hearts
is right. Till
and lives,
doesn't
Kyle.
know satire.
I
Till
need to
doesn't
touch
know
hearts and
Robert
lives.
is right. Rawpat is right. Teal doesn't know satire. He hides behind it.
No, Kyle,
it's like,
I'm beyond
Teal is like
satire.
Joe Rogan when he has real comedians on the show, just like jokes flying over his head. And it's like, God damn it, dude.
Eamon Hillman read all the Tom classics and found
God,
things they
you-
missed.
Whatever, Johnny.
Boys, he
It's
wants
dead.
to-
Never mind.
It's done, Johnny.
It's just
Yeah,
Till's
yeah,
being
yeah,
cereal
it's
and you
dead.
have slurs of being sour milk. But yeah, one thing about us being assholes is you'll never have to wonder what's on our mind.
True.
Isn't that great? You never have to read
I
our
got-
minds because we'll fucking
guess.
say it. All right,
Yeah.
you guys ready to get to some videos?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, hold on
Ooh-wee.
1 second. Got to fix the.
Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee.
Oh, no.
Oh.
What are you doing to us? Oh, thank God. I thought this was going to be Tim Pool. Okay.
I saw a beanie and I thought that she was like, huh? What's that? Brock the Casbo's band?
Okay.
What if all that we know is just a gigantic show? If nothing but what they say
Yeah.
Watching it?
it is today.
Is this Sum 41?
You say the earth is round, but how do we
Oh, I see.
Fucking.
I see.
What did he call this kind of punk rock? This is like 2000s, like candy punk or whatever.
I
But
don't know.
about
Well, it's like new metal, like late new metal.
no, it's not new metal. It's more
like
like the fucking who guys did American Idiot in like
Green Day.
Green Day.
Green Day, like that kind of like era of shit.
Mm.
It's kind of like actually straight up emo.
Emo?
I was gonna say
Yeah.
screamo, but it's not screamo. It's like
No.
emo. It's like kind of hardcore and like fucking gay ass. I was a gay dad, so come many
It was
dicks."
weird how there was like 10 years where like punk rock, the reason why it became emo is because they went from going like screaming like real and going
If the earth is round, why doesn't
Dude,
all
there was
my
a whole-
boyfriends come
there's a whole
just
s-
roll off?
oh shit, we
I'm
got a
fucking-
dono, guys.
No, it's all right.
First one in over a week.
Word Salad executed a lobster with $6.99.
Hail.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
Where?
saving the
Thanks, Word Salad.
Show.
Appreciate you,
Hail.
sir.
Tiny pee.
Anyway, too, you're missing a
Mhm.
whole section between punk and emo, which is hardcore music, which was like
Hardcore.
Biohazard and what other hardcore bands there were? John, help me out.
I don't know. I was never really into
I know
hardcore.
Biohazard was one, and then there was like whatever. It was this type of guitar, then it was hardcore. In between punk and emo.
Yeah. But it's weird how like the punk like the music got harder in some aspects, but the vocals got like weaker and more feminine.
Now,
Mm.
Word Salad Testament is trash.
I
Don't be
don't even know
crazy.
who
So
that is.
Black Flag, Hatebreed, Refused. It didn't catch. It was kind of like, Dead Fish. That's
Billy Talent, I think, is
Fall Out
almost in there.
Boy.
Yeah, Fall Out Boy.
It's kind of Fall Out Boy. It's like
Yeah.
on the
That's what
on
like
the
that's like
verge of
emo,
emo.
punk. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hardcore. That's Dead Kennedys, Misfits.
I would never associate the word hardcore with Fall Out Boy, but if you say so, Kyle, I'm gonna trust you.
No, like I said, Fall Out Boy is like at the edge of emo, but like Black Flag, Bad Brains, Dead Kennedys.
Yeah, but those are like people screaming and
Misfits.
shit.
But the guitars and the
Yeah, no, I get
you. The emo softened the vocals, but like
I get
it's
it.
way ahead of punk.
And you guys know these guys are cool because they got a brick wall. Under Oath. Oh my god, I forgot about that band. Holy shit, Rock. I totally forgot about that fucking band. It's just weird, like emo, like singing about how they've been lied to and the Earth is actually flat. That's just so weird to me.
Just supposed to follow everything they say.
So fucking weird.
Hell yeah.
By the way, Marcel,
try this one.
Misfit and Dead Kennedys, just like I said, yeah, doesn't matter what I do.
Okay, yes, this is better. Black people rapping.
Is this better, Kyle?
Yes.
This is better?
Flat Trap.
Flat Trap.
That's Flat
I
Trap.
like Flat Trap. Johnny's gonna start taking off his clothes here soon.
Solve the globe's old pattern. Top of the truth game, we expose the fake and blather. Wake up to the fallacy, the globe's a dying creed. It's a rap. History of
Yeti said that he has the best conspiracy songs of all time. Oh my god. Maybe that could be a battle of the schizo bands.
Just conspiracy bands, right?
That could be interesting, right?
If there's enough music out there.
Well, the reason why
Sure
I
there
was
is.
trying to play these is because, guess what? We're going back to this guy.
My favorite man.
Well, I do. And I'm not even talking outside of the ice walls.
He's
The
gonna
ice
bring
walls
up
that
the
surround our level
that broadcast
flat realm
map
and
again.
contain
yeah,
all the water
absolutely.
of the oceans. No, I'm talking places like the North Pole where they just
Put
show
it in a song,
desolate
jackass.
No one cares unless you're rapping about it, bro.
even places near Australia. Because when you look at old maps, like this Mercator map from 1569, you see places like this, and when blown up, look like this. And this North Pole, where they show that desolate water, is no longer on the maps. Now, did this disappear? Or are they
No, you
just...
did a switcheroo there, buddy. This is a completely different map. It's not the other map blown up. It's a completely
I don't know,
different
Kyle, he
map.
said it, so I
A
gotta believe
completely
it.
different place. Oh yeah, you got a fucking papyrus map, and then you like you scroll. You know, you pinch.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
and then
where
you
Apple got it from.
we blew it up. Fucking idiot.
Remember when Steve Jobs said, I want you to make the iPhone like a book where you can pinch and stretch the page.
Yeah. It doesn't know that like they would make up shit where they thought there was shit that they didn't know if there was shit. They were like, oh, maybe there's this whatever there's in the middle there.
They're hiding land, Kyle. They're trying to not tell us about their really cool secret resorts up in the North Pole.
hiding what our compasses are drawn to in the center of our flat realm. Because
It's called a magnetic pole. That's why it's the
In the
North
the
Pole.
center of our flat round. That's for the compass.
Yeah, and it shifts very slowly over time. That's why, like, they constantly have to update its location. Like every couple of years, they have to update where the North Pole is shifted.
Yeah, it's called. What was it called? Magnetic.
Drift. Is it drift? Isn't it drift?
You
Yep.
you cucks are
Yes, but
sweeping
there's a
so
name in
hard for big
Arrow.
Polar
Earth.
drift, I think is what it's called actually.
Yeah, but in like aviation, there's a name. Like all the charts you see, they have like on the legend. How do you call it? You know, on the info they have. I think it's called magnetic deviancy, which is like,
Yeah, sure.
oh, between this decade you gotta do like 2.5 or 3 or whatever, like from the true north. They have like it's a lineup and then a line to the whatever side, and it says the magnetic deviancy. That's for maps, which
Is
very
that like
rarely-
an attraction to magnets?
No, that's a
Oh, right,
that's a
so that-
magnet deviancy, not It's different, not deviation, deviance.
Okay.
Deviation, there we go.
Okay.
Translate.
No,
things
I
in
know,
my head.
I know.
Yeah, I
It's-
know.
It's easy words to get confused.
That wasn't a joke on you.
That really wasn't.
It's not drift. It's deviation. There you go.
Well,
Magnetic.
I like to go to the magnetic polar Tokyo drift. That's personally my favorite.
Yeah. But John, it's like in most places of the earth, like you have a compass, it will point north, but it's a couple degrees off true north because there's, imagine like a wave of magnetism that just slightly moves the needle in most of the globe because of like tectonic plates or whatever. And this has been known for like
It's because kids don't
Hundreds
go
of
to bed on
years.
time.
Oh, voice crack.
yeah, like all the computer aviation computers have that built in and updated frequently. But if you do VFR, which is visual reference flights, whatever, like small planes, and you want to do the old way with maps and a compass, the maps have the deviation you gotta take into account if you're gonna land on a right place.
And also, some maps will have deviancy on
interesting.
it because pilots are notorious for drawing pornography in the
Mm.
margins
In
of
their free
maps.
time.
It's really hardcore, disgusting stuff.
No,
Yeah. They'll fucking drive that bad boy with their knees and start switching out the most fucked up porn you've ever seen.
Yeah, and it's not even like human on human. It's like him fucking the plane.
Yeah.
They drew what they saw. They don't want you to know.
Drew what they saw.
Boob mountains. Why does he never find boob mountains? I want to see some boob mountains.
Well, mountains don't
Mount Boob.
really form that fashion. They're more like points.
Boobs aren't jagged.
Yeah.
They're perky. They're perky.
Rocks
ones.
are jagged.
Those like 1960s like cabaret.
Oh, yeah. The
Oh,
fucking
them
triangle. Yes. Because they have those triangle
Kyle,
bras.
you're so thirsty. You're trying to look at some tits that are mountains. Like
They're mountains.
it's like that scene
It's
in
that
bad.
place where I just like open the window and there's like big beautiful tits in the
You remember the
horizon.
beginning? You remember the beginning of
be
Naked
awesome.
Gun when he comes off the plane and like he's driving back and he's telling us, or his partner's telling him that she ran off with some other guy and he's like everything reminds me of her. And he looks over and there's like these two like perfectly round buildings next to each other and these little things stick out the top.
No,
And
you
he's
know
just like-
Marcel. Here's how you get the nips. You find the two tit mountains, and then you build an observatory on top of each one.
I remember
Uh-huh.
my childhood at the base of Two Tit Mountain. We'd go fishing in the cleavage. Yeah, Papa, we took us camping up near the armpit. Where it smelled like old shoes.
Not only do they have treaties like the North Pole Treaty that prevents any independent travel to this area, but they also spent
It's a fake
millions of
area. It's a
dollars
fake
and
map.
thousands
It's
of
500
hours of
years old.
manpower, creating what they call the
But no,
Duke
Kyle, it's ancient truth that they didn't tell us.
That's what Admiral Byrd saw.
Dude, he's really
That's
going
the
there.
entrance
that is
to the Hollow
supposedly
World.
supposed to detect if anyone is coming across to the United States. But in my opinion, it's to detect if anyone's going towards that center.
Hey, thank you, Word Salad. There's that scene.
I trusted her, followed my heart foolishly, it seems. Just gonna have to learn to forget. That's why I took my vacation in Beirut, to get her out of my mind, to find some peace. Not gonna be easy. Everywhere I look, something reminds me of her. It's just a constant women.
Those fucking movies are goated. They're the fucking best.
I gotta watch those again. I saw it as a kid, and I don't remember.
Dude, I've seen them
Shit about
I've
it.
seen them so many times. They are so good. One of my favorite bits are like the ones that like are just thrown in like under the radar. Like when they're walking to another room and one of the guys walks around the set to get to the like little shit like that. The best. You ever seen Top Secret with Val Kilmer?
That's a very good one.
Dude,
the underwater bar fight.
That's the best. That's the funniest shit. It's like
Yeah.
there's an entire saloon under the water, and they get into it underwater.
Satire one, I remember well because I saw it like probably 5 times as a kid. Well, quote unquote, but I remember seeing it. It was the Charlie Sheen one.
Hot Shots.
I think that was it. So here it was translated into like Top Gang, which was like with the same font as Top Gun.
Yeah.
Did it have anything to do with Top Gun? Kind of
It
like
was
Rambo.
it was a parody
It
of
was a,
Top
a
Gun.
bunch of like action movies. I remember
Yeah.
like something with a chicken, like
It was like
shooting
it
a
was
chicken with a.
Yeah, it was a
bow
parody
and
of like
arrow.
of all those like kind of 80s like over the top action movies. And like the
Yeah,
second
yeah,
one
yeah.
went
I
more towards
remember.
like Rambo parody.
Film report of a 3,000-mile radar warning network across the top of the world. The distant early warning line, the DEW line. In camps like this, from Baffin Bay across the continent to the Bering Sea,
See the world's flat. See it? It's flat.
pile drivers, they're forging an electronic chain to give North America 6 hours of warning of enemy attack.
In that creation of that DEW line,
What
just
did that
coincidentally
say?
happened to
What
come a
did
few-
that mean? That video.
The dude line, I don't know. The dude line, you shouldn't cross it because the Earth is flat and they're hiding land or something.
All countries were building those giant radio like early warning systems.
Didn't
Like,
you hear
Russia
this?
had one.
Didn't you hear the scary sounding music? That means that like they're hiding land.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Like the
Clearly,
one
I can
from
hear him
Russia-
saying in between. If you read in between the lines, Kyle, of that broadcast, he's going, "We're hiding land."
Admiral Bird. Bird. Look for bird. Follow word.
I kind of want to do
Like-
acid again because that's the best. That's the closest I've ever gotten to feeling insane.
Why would you
That's dangerous.
want
But
to
anyway,
feel
like
insane?
Russia still had his early warning radar system up until a couple. I think maybe it's still up. It's where it's the reason for a lot of those like number stations, which you tune in and it's just like it's the because it's like it's a giant radar array that shoots radar into the atmosphere and then down. And it like bounces on the atmosphere and then down. So imagine like Russia, it goes all over Europe and then down in the Atlantic. So if there's a missile, it would, you know, the radio would bounce on that, yada yada. So everyone was building those.
Yeah. Nothing weird about any of this.
few years after Admiral
Oh
Richard
my God!
Byrd.
Old maps that weren't accurate. Who would have ever guessed that would happen?
Yeah. And, oh,
Took a flight
and
to
they built them on the North Pole because Russia could shoot from over the north,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it makes sense. There's nothing that doesn't make logical sense when you think about, the Earth being around. Technically, it's more like a ball that's kind of squished and it's kind of protruding a little bit at its
It's
equator.
geodesic, or whatever they call
Okay,
it. a
Kyle, you
geode.
I don't know Portuguese. Jesus.
Fuck it. Oh, you and your $10 words.
You and your you and your Brazilian.
Yeah, that's what they call it. It's like a geode. It's a geodude.
I like that
Kyle,
theory.
When we die, we all become Jude.
Technically.
The North Pole and didn't report seeing ice and snow, but land areas consisting of mountains, forest, green vegetation, lakes, and rivers, and
What
even
about the
an
dragons?
animal resembling a mammoth.
Did they see
So
dragons?
not only do I think they're hiding things in the north, but I think they're hiding things in the south. Because
Oh, dude,
Lord-
he's about to go down the rabbit hole with the shape of Australia. What? He's like, Australia's not shaped this way. It's big and flat. It looks like a fucking turd. Like, no, you moron. Like, you not see that the lines are going wider? To understand
Lord
anything.
knows these controllers.
cares
of the
about
world,
Australia
they like to
anyways?
put things
Right?
in plain sight.
It barely
Plain
exists.
sight.
Oh,
in
look,
movies.
look in plain sight.
And when you
On
look at
some
current
random-
maps or globes,
What?
and they look like this, but they show us this.
Wait.
Isn't
No,
that
I
just
think
Papua New
that's
Guinea?
the logo of the map maker.
It might
It's
be,
like
actually.
a white, like.
I think you're right, Kyle. Yeah, they always have like a little badge.
No,
and there's a
no,
little crown on the top of it.
no. There's a company called Globe Balls Inc. There's a country called that,
Globe
and they're
balls.
hiding it from us.
Big globe is lying to you.
And when you look at the logo for the United Nations, that just happens to be a flat Earth map in Australia, looks a bit longer than in the normal maps. And when you look at the Hammond map,
How does it
just
happen to be a
happens
flat
be
Earth
the
map?
That all the
It's a top-down map. It's a top-down map. Top projection.
Yeah, he doesn't understand projections.
No, his
No.
brain is.
He can't imagine the apple, folks.
I would like
Like-
to remind everyone he was a gym teacher.
Yeah. Who was fired mysteriously, lost his job.
Because he
Wonder why.
couldn't teach geography.
Oh, guys, you don't know. You don't know.
No.
Hold on.
I
I
don't-
gotta scroll way back up.
I don't know what I don't know, Till.
There are known knowns, and then there
No.
are unknown unknowns. Things we don't know, we don't
Hold
know.
on.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta find it
I
because
don't know.
it's like way.
I don't know.
It's like a little ways
Bam,
back. I
bam,
gotta find where I dropped the link. I clipped something. I saw a podcast where he was actually doing. Here it is. I found it. An interview.
kind of stop.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
So he's doing this interview with this guy named Savan Matosian. Never heard of the guy. But anyways, when I heard this, I went, what the fuck did he just say? There's no way in hell.
Believing what you've been told from the public indoctrination centers your whole life. And, really everything I learned from school, I just believed because I didn't think they'd be lying to me. And once you actually look for evidence of these things, the narrative falls apart pretty quickly if you just look into them with an open mind saying, hey, all right, I'm going to drop my ego. I'm going to drop the fact that I think I'm this educated person. I have 2 master's degrees. I'm very
What?
I think he might be saying that like as someone else that's
No.
being proud. No, I
No.
don't think he's him.
Yeah. Let him play. Like, it sounds like he's talking about.
Hold on. I'll play the whole part.
an open mind
Someone
saying,
who
hey,
has.
all right,
Yeah.
I'm going to drop my ego. I'm going to drop the fact that I think I'm this educated person. I have 2 master's degrees. I'm a very smart, intelligent person. But when I started exploring truth, I literally had to say, all right, I'm
See,
starting
he's
fresh.
talking in the
I am-
first person.
I don't know anything. And I'm going to speak that way. And I'm not going to believe anything unless I can prove it to myself. So there's a lot of things I have proven to myself that 2 years ago, I kind of stopped believing what you've been told from the public
He's a
indoctrination.
teacher.
Can you prove to yourself how to keep your camera still? Because the whole thing's just.
No. His 2 degrees are in gym teaching and sucking dick.
Yep.
I believe the second one. I didn't think he's got a degree in the first one.
Yeah. I don't know why the school would hire somebody with that second degree.
Well, have you seen the
Seems a little
schools today?
odd.
Have you
By
seen
the way,
the skull
guys,
snake, John?
this map shows the truth. You see right in the middle? That's where our Admiral Byrd went when he went down into the Hollow World.
See that? Clearly they're showing
That's
us
where Byrd went.
the North Hole's actually a black hole.
Dude, have you ever heard the story of Admiral Byrd?
No. Was he a
Oh, you
bird?
I don't
should
think
one.
so. Is
Is he an
this
actual
the
bird?
Hollow Earth guy,
He
or
was like a World War II veteran guy, something, and like around that time he was on a mission, and then he flew a plane over the North Pole. I'm fuzzy on the details, but like he got down to in the North Pole, he found the hole, and he got into the Hollow Earth, and that's when his adventures start. Now, I don't remember the details, but like he finds a civilization, he fights, he does things. It's like I gotta get on that again. Like,
hell
read
yeah,
this.
that sounds like a Pulp Fiction novel from like the
It's
60s.
exactly how it was first published in a Pulp Fiction action.
Yeah, like get
Magazine.
your hands off me, you damn dirty native.
I don't know why. I've always
Kapow.
hated the Hollow Earth bullshit. Like it makes no fucking sense. How would there be daylight? If there's no daylight, how is there vegetation and creatures? Like none of that makes sense. How is the gravity inverted where you're just walking on the inside of the crust?
I don't know.
There's
There
a
actually
tiny
are-
sun. There's a really small sun. There's a second Earth's core. Ghosts control the night.
Ghosts.
To be fair, there's so many Hollow Earth variants that it's hard to say. I don't even remember which one is the Admiral Byrd. There's so many. There is ones where like the inside is inverted, so everyone is like on the outer walls and gravity is inverted.
Yeah.
Like Johnny said, they had a
Yeah.
sun. And there's other ones where like it doesn't. It's like just caves and giant caves, but like same gravity. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not on it's hollow in the sense that there's like civilizations inside, but it's not like
Well,
it's
then you also
inverted.
have.
People
I know
living in the
probably
outer
nobody
edge.
here watched the Godzilla spin-off show Monarch on
Nope. Apple TV.
yeah, on Apple TV. Actually, not bad. Okay, it was okay.
All right. was gonna
But their Hollow Earth thing, the way that works is like these like holes to the Hollow Earth aren't actually holes, they're portals. And that the
Oh.
Hollow Earth is almost like another dimension. And I'm like, wow, you made a stupid idea
Huh.
dumber.
Yeah.
And that's where
Yeah, and,
Godzilla
like-
and King Kong go and hang out with the robot hands.
Yeah. It was
Marcel
better when he was
mentioning, like go ahead.
just a dinosaur. Like he was just like a guardian spirit dinosaur.
Yeah, and like Marcel's talking about, like, this whole bird thing was like his diary, and yeah, apparently his son like wrote his diary and falsified. But like, now I don't know if it's Bird, like his son, or like someone related, like was killed on an FBI building, was like thrown off a window. There's like, there is
Maybe
some,
they misunderstood his name.
there is some like weird stuff. Related.
Fly, Mr. Bird.
I thought I was just letting him go.
Maybe he figured something and they had to silence whoever got his diary and then got a fake diary out with this Hollywood bullshit. I don't know. It's been a while since I've looked into that shit.
That'd be something to look into, yeah.
Pilots use, and it happens to be an exact match for the Flat Earth map. And again, Australia looks longer than they show us. You have to
Because
ask
they're
yourself,
elongating
would they
the
hide
bottom
land
of the
from us?
globe.
Would they hide it so we don't know the exact nature
He thinks
of this
that if he
realm we live
peels
in?
an orange, he never ate an orange. He only ate Big Macs, because when you unwrap a Big Mac, it's like a square piece of paper, right?
Yeah.
Huh? I just made this up. It makes total sense. Like when you
Well, I
unwrap
mean, you were
a
right.
Big Mac.
If you take a sphere and you cut it in half, right?
No, he never ate an actual orange. If he thinks that if he peels an orange, he's gonna get like a square piece of like orange skin. He doesn't understand the problem.
Yeah, I think what a lot of these flat earthers, this is just a wild hypothesis, okay? But I think what causes a lot of these flat earthers to become flat earthers and not understand how these maps are made to represent something that you can't represent truthfully a three-dimensional object in 2 dimensions.
Yeah.
You can't.
And more than that, they cannot comprehend the size of the Earth.
No.
We already talked about it.
I don't think they have any ability to perceive of things in actual 3 dimensions. Like I can picture in my head a cube, and I can spin the cube around and look at the different faces. I can see the way it's formed. You can do that with shapes. You can picture 3-dimensional shapes in your head.
That's what I meant about the picturing the apple thing. Some people can see it with color and like it's a 3D thing. Other people, it's just like an outline or just nothing.
I can smell
I think size plays a bigger part. I think it's the lack of understanding, like really huge size, like understanding how really huge the Earth is. Like I said before, like it's a cousin of the problem of understanding the difference between a million and a billion and a trillion. Most people cannot hold. They cannot hold. Maybe it has to do with IQ because it's very like number oriented. Like hold the proportion between those things in their heads. Like it took me a while to really get that down. You know.
Yeah.
Not completely down, but like really like.
You know, it's
1,000 millions, dude.
It's
crazy. If you have a billion, because people have been dumbed down like this. Like people hear about a government scandal that was 10 million stolen and a government scandal where 100 billion was stolen. It's the same shit. They don't even understand the magnitude difference between those things, you know?
Once you get into the millions, everything is like the same in their brain.
I gotta
a million's big. Yeah. Oh, big number.
Like a million, it's understandable because you spend a little bit, you're already in like the 100Ks. It's a house, it's a car.
Have you seen those videos that show the
God
scale
damn
of
it,
our
stop,
universe?
Stop! Jesus, fuck. Sorry. I literally clicked it like 4 times to pause, and it did it on the...
This kind of scale, I don't even try to, like,
Look,
the scale of the Earth is hard enough.
Okay,
Those other
Kyle.
things, I don't even know.
Kyle, this is the Corridor Crew. You familiar?
The Quartering Crew?
Not the Corridor Crew.
No, unfortunately not.
The Corridor Crew, as in hallway.
Yeah. They're Corridor Digital.
Yes.
Is their...
But they're physical.
Okay. Yeah, they're real.
But they're real, yeah.
You can touch them.
I mean, I wouldn't. That's
I
assault.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
Have you seen those videos that show the scale of our universe? They're pretty neat because they demonstrate just how much larger other stars in our galaxy are than our own sun. However, my problem with these videos is that we quickly lose context of scale because it's each new...
I'm like convinced this guy, like the facial hair he has in this like shot.
Ren?
Yeah.
Ren. I think this is the most facial hair he can possibly grow. Like, I think this is him with like trying to grow it for like a year.
That's unfortunate.
Like, he's just got permanent. Like, I had permanent baby face for most of my 20s, and then right around my early 30s, my facial hair was like, all right, we'll start growing now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then
you're
again,
still waiting for the connection. Still waiting for the
That's never gonna
mustache to
happen. My
meet
Cherokee
the-
blood won't allow it.
Oh, that's too bad, man.
Yeah.
That's something else, but I won't say it.
Oh, well, at least Ren doesn't have to shave. She's like,
Yep.
scale because it's each new...
Dude, I'm no kidding. For most of my 20s, I shaved once a week. Like, and it wasn't like I like looked terrible when I shaved again.
I don't even remember last time I shaved. I just...
Yeah, you have a beard. You have a full-grown beard, you retard.
New star is
says,
introduced,
"Nerds!"
they appear visually the same as the one before it. So we're just
Shut
kind of
up,
left
pal.
thinking, yeah, I guess we're pretty tiny in the scale of the universe. But I want to know just how tiny we are. So instead of using a scale that changes, in this video, it's going to be locked. And just like you can have miniature scale models, our scale is 1 to 190 million. That shrinks the universe down to a point where the Earth is the size of a tennis ball. and that makes the moon the size of a Nerf ball. Now ask yourself this question. How far away would they be from each other?
Elbows bent just a little bit here.
Right here, I'll tidally lock it. Because it took the astronauts 3 days.
Al says, Till, you're so Cherokee. Like, so Cherokee.
No, you shut up, Hal. You fucking heard me.
Hey, Cole Examiner.
That'll do. There. Here.
Actually, our little moon would be all the way over here, 7 feet away. The real moon sits 250,000 miles from the Earth at its furthest point in orbit. And here
237,000 on average.
That's actually. I would have guessed like the other dudes did, like something like that.
No, I would have figured it's a
little
lot
closer.
The distances between the
You
bodies
didn't
are
figure
so
shit.
big.
Shut up.
Kyle, I have a pipe. I have a pipe.
See, I watched this video earlier, and then
You got
I changed
something in your mouth?
my answer before asking you guys.
That's true, Johnny. I've seen this video before.
Yes.
I may have cheated a little. Fuck you.
Here's a fun fact. If you were to line up each planet in the solar system right next to each other, they could actually fit between the Earth and the Moon. Next to Earth, we would put Mercury, Venus, and Mars, and then expand outwards to Jupiter, followed by Saturn, and then Uranus and Neptune. And you could even throw a
It's
little Pluto in
Uranus,
here
you
for
piece
good
of
measure.
shit.
They had to get past the censor.
The way he tried to like say Uranus.
No, that's the way everyone
Like,
does
I'd
it
say
now. It's so
Uranus.
annoying. It's Uranus. Not my anus,
Yeah.
Uranus.
Uranus.
It's just crazy that they actually fit there. And if you want to read more about this crazy cosmic coincidence, I've linked a really interesting article by astronomer Phil Plait. As you can see, even at this scale, Jupiter is pretty big. You could fit 1,300 Earths within the volume of Jupiter, but that is nothing compared to the sun. And for that,
Jesus Christ.
we have to go outside. Now at this scale, the sun would be half a mile away, so for simplicity's sake, I'm just gonna put the sun right here. Ah! Oh God, it's so bright. Okay, let's not actually simulate the
I
brightness.
don't know why there was like a weird keyboard solo.
I'm picturing Finnish flat earther watching this and going, witch, deceiver.
Two. Let's bring that down. Okay, that's better. At this scale, the sun would be 24 feet wide, which is over half the width of this whole street. In fact, it's so big.
Steve says everyone's talking about how there used to be rings around Uranus. Yeah, until they wiped him away.
The sun could fit 1.3 million Earths inside of it. That's pretty crazy. Now, our sun is actually larger than most stars. As a yellow dwarf, it's bigger than 80% of the stars in the entire universe. Most stars are red dwarfs, and they're about half the size of our sun. But even if the sun is above average size, it's certainly not the biggest. Let's look at Sirius. No, not Sirius Black. That's Sirius. It is the brightest star in the night sky.
That's a big-ass star.
Heckin' Harry Potter. That's a satanic symbol. They're putting it in our face. Harry Potter, Satanism, globe,
Sky
conspiracy.
because it is only 8.5 light years away, combined with the fact that it is 20 times brighter than our sun. You can even see Sirius in most light-polluted cities. Now, a quick side note about these comparisons, I'm simply focusing on the diameters of each of these stars. And that doesn't necessarily correlate to how much mass a star has or how bright they appear, because some of these stars have ballooned to such a huge volume that they appear absolutely massive. Like Arcturus. Arcturus is 26 times larger than our sun, yet it isn't even twice as heavy. At our tennis ball scale, it is 610 feet wide.
Why do you need a sun that big, huh? Who does this?
Yeah, what are you lighting?
What are they?
Like
Just trying to like fucking one up all the other stars? What are you, a dick?
See the little thing on your shoulder? That's
our
the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
little
cannot
yellow
even
dwarf.
comprehend the size of our sun, much less this fucking.
I mean, wouldn't it be awesome to watch it explode and die?
You probably couldn't do it.
Yeah, you could. It'd just
I
be
don't
the
know.
like if you were immortal, you could watch it
forward.
explode because it'd be very slow motion. You'd have to watch it over several like hundreds of thousands of years.
Oh, right. So if you're on the condition that you're immortal, you can see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's another
So we're just
problem
making
that
things up.
Flat earthers cannot comprehend, which is FOV. So you know how they keep saying like there's no full pictures of the earth. There's that one picture of the entire earth which is fake as fuck, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
It's because when the size is so big, you don't have enough. It's hard, even for me, it's hard to understand this. no camera can take a full picture of the Earth from like international space station distance. Maybe the moon. I think the moon. They could do it. I don't know, but like, it's so big that you would need to be really, really far away to like fit it all on an FOV. And this is the same, like this giant sun, this actual stuff. For you to see it entirely, you will be so far away that, like you said, it would take like 100,000 years to fucking see the whole thing happen. Because any other way, you would just see all orange. Because it's so big, you don't have.
Yeah, like if you
enough
were a
field of
million
view.
miles away from the sun, like, and you're just hovering in space, you would still only see the sun. Like, you could turn
Yeah,
around and look the other
something
way,
like
but
that.
you would just, it would be so massive. Like, even at a million miles away. It's like, we're like, what, like 100 million miles away from the fucking sun or some
Something
shit?
like that. Yeah.
Something insane. Like, a million miles in space is nothing.
That's why they like only some satellites and maybe the moon missions could take a full picture of the Earth. I think.
Yeah. Well, the moon, you're far enough away.
Wide, which is about the length of 2 football fields. What is interesting about Arcturus is that it is flying in a different direction from all the other stars in our galaxy, and therefore it is hypothesized that it was actually formed in another galaxy that at some point in the last several billion years was eaten up by our own Milky Way. Zooming out, we get right.
Gobble gobble, bitch. Like, I'm a little mad that our civilization and, like, you know, species didn't evolve when the Andromeda and the Milky Way are colliding. Because how cool would that be to watch that in your night sky? Just two galaxies just.
Yeah, but that was probably uninhabitable.
No, because think about it. The galaxies, they're so big that they can literally collide, and none of the planets, or a very, very, like, small percentage, like 0.00 whatever, of planets and stars would collide.
Be affected?
Not
I don't
affected,
know.
collide.
I don't know. I just
You
don't
would,
know.
however, have stars get, like, moved drastically out of their
Oh,
orbits.
see, no, you're talking about a rubbing. It's
No.
just a galactic rubbing. It's like a.
Galaxies colliding. But a
I
collision
don't
at that
know.
size doesn't mean, like, think about, like, your atoms and the atoms of a table. When you do that, your atoms don't actually touch. Like, there's still separation.
Repelled.
Yeah.
Electromagnetically repelled.
And to some extent, it would act the same way. Like, the gravitational pulls and the magnetic pulls of the different stars and planets would kind of.
Tripping.
It would get
I don't
all.
know.
It would basically they
I
would
don't
all
know.
start pulling on each other and just start pulling each other out of their normal orbits. And then after 100 trillion years, where the fuck you'd have a new mega galaxy.
Yeah, but it wouldn't look cool when we saw it. We'd be like, that's just normal.
It would
It's
look.
like, huh?
It would look cool looking up at the night sky because you would be able to see that there's two very like at a certain point. Once you get after a certain point of like coalition, like then you're like,
Yeah.
okay, it's all.
But
one
at that
big
point,
mess.
it's like, ooh, there's like a star that like is so bright only at this time of night. I'm
Yeah.
gonna stay up and watch that. It'd be just like that.
Well, let's see.
Oh, neat.
I'm trying to
Didn't
think.
really care to see it.
Is there picture of Andromeda and Milky Way?
We're on a sidetrack, and we're going on another the sidetrack of the sidetrack.
Kyle, would you
Huge
rather watch Steel
sidetrack.
Toe?
I'd rather watch the fittest flat Earth.
Never mind. Let's explore the Earth. I didn't say anything.
So, like, it would look something along the lines of like this. Like they're
Like an AI picture from Google.
it would basically look like two whirlpools becoming one whirlpool.
I don't know, man. I would just say I don't know. If you're saying they collide head on, like I think it would affect everything in it. In a way,
Well,
in
it
some way, because
would.
also
but-
you gotta see the no too. You gotta think about the spinning. So they're colliding and the spinning. The spinning will affect all the parts at some point. Just like imagine like you have a drip of chocolate and like a donut going around. Like And you're covering the whole donut. Anyway. That was
No,
a good
I
example.
get it.
Huh?
But
Like at some point, we would fuck us up.
Yeah.
See,
It
it would,
would
it
like
would-
some extinction.
Here you go. Here's what it kind of looked like. Now, each one of these dots is a solar system, right? Now, the star is getting pulled from its solar system, but it would be so slow. And the star has such a gravitational pull on its planets. You might lose planets, but like more or less, like it would be slow enough where you could still have life exist.
What are we arguing? It
and
would
you could
affect
still
the
see-
Earth.
I want to
would-
see this, Kyle. I want to see
Earth
this.
could exist. Earth could exist. That's the argument. Good.
right.
It
I
could
don't
not.
know.
I don't know.
Honestly,
Go right
don't know.
ahead, Till. I'm gonna go kill Hitler instead. You
House
do
says
your
conspiracy
boring gay
Yeah.
emergence thing. I'm
Space
gonna
What, you don't
go
want to
kill
watch the,
Hitler.
You're gonna go kill Hitler? With...
Rigel, which would be so large it'd be taller than New York
I'm
City's.
just gonna go to the restaurant at the end of the
Oh,
universe.
shit.
Watch that. That'd be cool, right? Watch the universe
Right,
die.
Joe? What?
I said I'm just gonna go to the. If I had a time machine, I'm just gonna go to the restaurant at the end of the universe.
What is that?
It's a it's a
Some
restaurant
Hitchhiker.
that's at the end of the universe, and you just watch the
Galaxy
universe
thing
die,
Reference.
and it rewinds, and it just dies again. It just rewinds and it dies while you're eating dinner.
Someone read his fucking
Kyle, I'm gonna die for 2 years for tax purposes.
guide for the Hitchhiker. Or
That one's actually
recommend
called
them.
Restaurant at the End of the Universe.
The same guy.
Freedom Tower at 1,872 feet tall. That's pretty big. But even though it's so large, it's actually a tiny little baby star. And I actually mean that literally. It's only 8 million years old compared to our sun, which is 4.5 billion years old. That is the difference between a 100-year-old person and a 2-month-old baby. Except this baby is destined to explode in a supernova.
Well, if you've ever had a baby, you know they already explode. Usually
Yeah, it's
poop.
tragic.
I saw like a video on Twitter that they have like this mom like holding her baby and like wiping the baby's ass, and then you just hear like you hear and like it just like a bit of shit just went
Oh,
right
my God.
next to her mouth. And she just started screaming her fucking head off. I just laughed. Oh, I was like, that's great. I'm glad we're past that stage. I'm glad we're past that stage.
Not all stars go supernova, though. Our own sun, for instance, is going to continue expanding until it's over a mile wide at our scale. Over the course of the next 5 billion...
At their scale, it's 1 to 160 billion.
Wait, so the sun is getting bigger,
As it dies, it expands and it cools.
but it is getting bigger.
Yeah, very, very, very slowly.
Global warming.
It's gonna take 5 billion years.
Yeah.
years, it will turn into a red giant, 256 times bigger than it is right now. Hey, no need to worry though, because only in about 1 billion years are we gonna lose all of our oceans thanks to the fact that they're gonna boil away. But here's a star
See, global
That'd
warming.
be cool.
See,
In 1
global
billion
warming.
years.
In a billion years. Wake up, conservatards.
Wake up, world. You're dying. You ever
Like,
seen the movie
we don't
Sunshine?
know a million years of the Earth. We don't know, and he's talking about 1,000 million years. We don't know 1 million. We don't know what happened, and he's talking about 1,000 millions.
Yeah, but you're extrapolating based on data. It's like, yeah, a million things could happen, sure. But that's what
No, all
is
I'm saying is
likely
a
to
billion
happen.
is 1,000 million years.
Yeah, but you know, it's not that very long.
1 million years.
What?
If we last a million years, that's good
He's
enough.
saying it's a billion years, which is 1,000
A billion years
millions.
from now, it's 1,000, 1 million years. We barely know what happened 10,000 years ago. 100.
No, I was there. It wasn't really much to talk about. It's not much around. A bunch of guys shitting in the fucking bushes.
Shitting in the wood.
Yeah.
It even puts that to shame.
Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice!
This star boasts a waistline that is over 1 billion miles wide. Your mama ain't got nothing on this. With Earth as
Damn,
a
that's
tennis
a
ball,
huge
Betelgeuse would
bitch.
stretch over 5 miles end to end. It would be 10 times taller than the tallest building in the world.
Remember,
the Burj
we're a tennis
Khalifa
ball.
in Dubai. It is, however, considered to be really close to the
Yeah, we're not even like a fiber of the hairs on a tennis ball. We're smaller than that. Like individuals, we would be like.
No, he said we're the tennis ball.
The Earth is a tennis ball. I'm saying us.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
people.
yes, us. Yeah.
We would be like a grain of sand on the tennis ball.
If the Earth is a tennis ball, this is my penis.
Shut up. But Till, this is what flat earthers have in their heads, and that's why they're like, oh, it's spinning at 10,000 miles. Why? How are we holding up on top of it? It's all fake, blah, blah, blah. No. If the Earth was a basketball, we wouldn't be a grain of sand. A city would be a grain of sand.
Yeah, you're right.
A city, an entire city, big city, would be a grain of sand. That's what they don't understand. Like, you can't even. We will be on the molecular level.
All we are is dust in the wind.
If the Earth was a basketball, that's why they think of a basketball and they think of a grain of sand, and they're like, "Oh, it's spinning 10,000 miles. It would be all ejected. It would be flying in space." Okay, if you're not gonna do a parody, just I'll sandbag it. Okay.
All we are is dust in the You don't like it when we do to you, Kyle? Huh?
We're all just sand in Kyle's vagina.
The
Dust in the wind.
The Earth is flat, though. Let's just be clear on that. It's flat.
Just like my singing voice.
All right, you guys ready to move on to the next segment?
Hell yeah.
No, let's watch another flat earth fetus.
All right.
Flat earth. I know what's coming. I don't wanna. Wait. Oh my god, dude.
Oh shit.
What?
From a town in Minnesota came a stranger on the net. Said he'd come to tell folks all about the law and heard be deaf. Many people seemed to like him, and he seemed to like them back. But the stranger there among them had a Baldo on his sack. Baldo on his sack.
The song actually slaps.
That's pretty dope.
Had an audience, he was never gonna stop. He kept grifting hard on YouTube, he was headed for the top.
Which game had this? Fallout?
Yeah, New Vegas, the one that made all the kids trans.
Yeah, it's a Big Iron. I love Aaron on the keyboard.
Now the stranger, he had money, he could really go to town. He bought coke and then invited his friend and his friend's wife round. Many hours they spent there swinging, many hours in the love shack, while the stranger there among them had a Baldo on his sack.
PPP looks like a Gary John.
That PPP is too thin.
The public heard about this, they were fearful for the kids. So the sheriff, he was summoned, and the stranger flipped his lid. When they said his kid showed evidence of coke, or maybe crack, and the stranger there among them had a Baldo on his sack. Baldo on his sack. On the net there lived an outlaw who was named Jersh Connor Moon.
Oh god, Josh Moon.
And battle weary from the truth. Yet he fought to see the footage of the moment cops attacked, when the stranger there among them had a Baldo on his sack. Baldo on his sack.
dude. That fucking
Well, the
bass.
farmer and the stranger are still fighting till this day.
Oh, yeah. Fucking Key of CWC fucking killed it with this song.
No, Stevie J, I'm not wearing a Baldo. They stopped making them.
Yes, the stranger there among them with a Baldo on his sack. Baldo on his sack. Yes, the stranger there among them with a Baldo on his sack. Baldo on his sack.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh my god, dude.
That was fucking great.
Okay, let's and then I got
I mean, that was making the video more
SP
pleasant, I'll be
says,
honest.
well, that was short
Yeah, it was.
lived. What was short? Stop sending me. I'm on the
Royal
there,
Steve.
you guys. Stop
Always Royals.
sending me vaguely worded shit. It puts me in a panic.
So, his chat was basically pestering him about the shit he can't talk about, just trolling him. And guess who starts trolling him too via text message? His girlfriend, Anna Ghosh, aka Slam Peas.
What a cute name for your girlfriend.
Theirs is a love pure and true.
Oh shit, we got another
I wanna
dono.
slam my head on the wall.
Rock the Shit Show executed the lobster with $3. There's Canadian nationalists flying racist fireworks up in here. Please send fish tank contestants. Ricky Bird will suffice.
Well, thank you very much, Rock the Casbah.
Yeah.
We appreciate you, sir. Oh, yes, and happy Canada Day, all our Canadian
Happy
friends.
Canada Day, guys.
Drink
Hey.
up that maple
Canada
syrup and
Day.
enjoy.
Yep.
Mom.
Yeah, Yeti, he says vaguely the weirdest I've never heard anyone pronounce it vaguely.
Vaguely. Oh,
Oh my
bitch,
God.
Hashtag
vaguely.
is over.
Stop.
Just see that too?
Stop hinting at shit. I have
They
3.5
had
hours
to
before I
cancel the
can talk.
show, and the owner of the house is under arrest, and they're gonna have to pay for his legal defense.
What?
Yeah.
Fish tanks. At
Oh,
least this is. They're gonna have to they canceled it. They're gonna split the prize with the contestants. The owner of the house that they were making they're gonna have to pay his legal defense because he tried to hold the fort for the show and got fucked.
Yeah. It's because
Yeah.
the town turned on them.
they didn't get these motherfuckers gotta get the proper permits, dude.
Oh, the state and the other two surrounding states, they couldn't move because they had two houses. They were doing it. I don't know if they were in the same state, but it's Rhode Island and region.
Yeah.
And,
So they
he
just
couldn't do it in the next two states, and so they had to cancel, and they're gonna regroup and do it some other state in months.
Sucks.
it was a great season so far, which made
I don't know what are the things.
No, the town just doesn't like it. That's it.
Yes,
could
Stevie J.
just
This
be
is all
it?
the stuff about Sam Hyde's.
and they'll
fish
just
tank.
find a way to get him out.
Well, you know what? You
Gotta
guys
be
should
something
find
like
some.
noise.
You guys should find some
Yeah.
clips and stuff, and some articles or anything. We
If I'm asking, because I don't know, the only clip is Sam Hyde saying the show is over, thanks for
Okay.
the support,
We'll
yada,
get it for
yada,
tomorrow.
so much.
get what we can find for tomorrow.
Anyway, I was just saying
that's
because
something to
Donald
cover.
talked about it.
I'm in
Right.
watching
I see
Aaron
something.
freak out.
Stop.
I was interacting
Stop
with the nation.
hinting at shit.
The nation.
I have 3.5
The
hours.
nation.
Interacting with the,
The nation.
That's what Kyle's gonna call the chat from now on. The nation.
The nation. The
Nation.
nation, folks. The
Guys
dude's
are all in the
nation.
Dude Nation now.
The dude nation. That's gonna be.
Hours before I can talk to anyone. So stop going, it's spaz alert or that was short lived. What the does it mean? I need to know because I
Dude, Slampy's just texted him. That was short-lived.
And he just freaked out.
Yes. He
That's
just freaked
hilarious.
the fuck out.
What the fuck does that mean?
People in the chat were going like, he hasn't seen it yet. Dude, this is the funniest shit ever.
I need to focus for the next 3.5 hours, and I can't focus when people are hinting at shit.
Dude, Crutches even thinks this shit is hilarious. Dude, Crutches gets him really good here in a minute. Like,
Oh, does he?
Yes.
Oh my God.
You good?
This really pisses me off. I'm not going to lie. It really pisses me off when people know I'm doing a show and they hint at shit. Like, I've had a life recently where, like, weird shit happens out of the blue for no reason, and I don't like being hinted at.
There's a reason, buddy.
Wait.
Tell
hold on.
me shit.
And okay, so text from his girlfriend talking about Kayla caused this, right?
Well, wasn't even really talking about Kayla. She's just like, that didn't last long. Like, you guys are gonna be so fucking, like, you're gonna laugh so hard about why she's fucking with him. The whole reason why she's fucking with him. Can you guess what he could have done to make her mad? Like, what could he have done? Like, think of anything, just like basic shit, like nothing like super specific.
He forgot to take out the trash. He didn't fuck her. He left the toilet seat up. He forgot to do something.
He forgot to tell her good morning. Also, is Till about to hint things at you? What? I don't know what you're talking about, Al. What things?
That's all. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I enjoyed the money pit.
See, look, now people are having fun. They're writing in, wow, Aaron, you really want to rethink that maybe. What? Rethink what?
Ooh, if you're going to go with that.
Mild says he hasn't seen it yet. But see, they're gonna do that now. Coltrane says, Aaron, did you hear that outside? No, that's fine. That's fine. Because that I can go outside. What the f*** are you talking about? But like when Das Optic Nerve writes, I wonder if he'll figure it out before the show. No, the show's ruined. Because now I want to know what's going on.
I don't know if anything actually is going on. I think you're being gaslit.
I know. And that makes me feel crazy. Approachable writes, holy shit, he did it again. See? That missed a beat. Or not missed a beat. Somebody too writes, it's so obvious. How can't you see it? And then,
See, this is weird. Now I'm actually looking. I'm like, what?
And now
what?
Adam writes, I think it was because.
This is brilliant.
Well, and then it's SP going, well, that was short-lived. Don't do that, please. Like, I mean that. I mean that from everyone. I don't care if the audience does it. Like, they don't, like, know me. We're not, like... But, like, don't know me and then hint at shit. I'm a bit traumatized. And hinting at shit...
You're traumatized? You're the perpetrator in this crime. How do you think Kayla feels?
When I have 3.5 hours before I can talk to you, it's not good for me. $1 from Rexstart parody account says, never thought it would end that way. See, that now I know what you're doing. Now I know what you're doing. I'm actually a little mad.
Oh.
I'm not at J Boo Stew. No, that was funny.
No, I just sorry to hear that, man. I'm sure
I'm rattled now.
What if they sent?
Sorry to hear that, bro.
What if the worst part is that was a
Crutches
delayed
does not give a fuck.
Right, and I'm
Yeah,
like, is this golf related? What the fuck is going on?
Is this about last night? That doesn't normally happen to me. As the phone rang, I was startled.
There we go. I can't even spell right.
Hmm.
Oh, it turns out SP was just joking around because I didn't text her good morning.
Aaron, why do you make yourself such an easy bitch? All right, here's one where Johnny gets him.
Fucking tired of like doing fucking comedy. I've been doing this for 20 years.
What the fuck?
Can't see
It's
it.
time to maybe understand.
And you haven't learned yet.
I missed it.
He loves it because he can't.
tired.
He doesn't have anything to talk about.
He really doesn't.
He can't talk about the loss, the thing, the case. So he's loving it. He's milking the shit out of it.
Fucking tired of like doing fucking comedy. I've been doing this for 20 years. It's time to maybe understand.
And you haven't learned yet.
Fucking.
Oh, I fucking love it.
P. Diddy ain't got shit on me.
You know what? SP's full of shit on this when she writes. I hate being like analyzed and like diagnosed by people. It fucking bothers me. You see strangers and immediately think about fingering them. Where did you learn to think this way? That is not what I fucking did. What I did was there was a story about a bunch of fucking dirty Muslim immigrants in Germany finger popping a bunch of beautiful white girls against their will, and then I started making goddamn fucking jokes. I'm a fucking comedic performer.
I think there's some trouble in paradise for old Aaron. I mean, that doesn't sound like a happy couple.
I don't know, but I'm also looking at his idea of himself as a comedic performer.
Yeah, that's the funniest thing he's ever said. Honestly.
Till you're fucking with my comedic performance.
Well, guys, I know we should end tonight's show with something that I never expected to exist ever in the history of anything. But you know what? We live in the world we live in, so get what we get.
Microwave.
Check out Guns and Moses. Woo. This is a real movie. I checked it out. This is 100% real.
It's not AI?
This is not fake.
This attack, this crime against a Jewish community will not go unpunished.
Get your hands off my son! Your son's a member of a white nationalist hate group. Isn't the killer in custody? A suspect?
Is that Jake Busey?
More importantly, that's Doc Brown, I think.
Holy shit!
Suspect is in custody.
Told him what I found, then he was killed. What did you find? Why you want to play detective? Because no one else is.
Are you gonna find who did it and get me out of here?
Yes, I am.
When your enemy tells you that he wants you dead, believe him.
Yeah, get him. Oy vey.
This movie should have been called Jew Wick.
Oh my god. They got Johnny. What happened, Johnny?
Get them goddamn Nazis. I'm gonna be buying a few tickets with a coupon.
The money, it makes no money. Not because no one saw it, but because all the people who saw it were Jewish.
That's right.
You guys ever seen the show The Hunters? That was like kind of a cool, like fun, like Jewish power fantasy where it was like in the 70s and this kid's grandma gets murdered by a Nazi that's hiding in Brooklyn. And he finds, or Al Pacino finds him, and it turns out Al Pacino is like leading this group of like secret Jews that are finding Nazis all around New York and murdering them. And
Well, see, the Nazis aren't in New York. They're in Palestine. And
yeah, wearing IDF badges.
Wait. Oy vey, don't make me call Bibi.
Hey, Till.
Keep it up, Johnny.
So, I bet the original title of this movie was Shlomo Holmes the case of the missing foreskins.
Could be.
This is a detective movie.
Well, it's clearly about several murders, not foreskins.
They could have called it jujitsu.
That's what they should have named Krav Maga.
Yeah. Awesome.
Hey, man.
I just find it hilarious that it's Hasidic Jews doing all this like fucking action hero
Oh,
shit.
I just realized Guns N' Moses. Like,
Yeah.
Like the
Guns N'
Bible.
Roses.
no, Guns N' Roses. I wonder how they didn't get any Guns N' Roses song. Like,
You know how
Welcome to-
expensive those are?
we got.
Oy vey.
we
Oh,
got
I'm gonna.
everything you want. Just don't be a Palestinian.
Yeah, right. I was never really a big Guns N' Roses fan.
The whole movie is the main Jewish guy killing people, but like shooting through Palestinians every time.
Mm-hmm.
Ow!
You should have been there.
Shabala. Shabala.
Look, oi, he was going to grow up to be a bad person.
What's with
What
these
could I
kids
do?
jumping in front of my bullets?
All right, so because we're technically doing a slightly shorter show, we'll end it tonight with one more Finish Fire video. Since it is the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future, let's hear his latest conspiracy about Michael J. Fox / Wolf. I
He's
don't know what
just
that means.
acting. He's acting. He's not actually retarded.
It's all an act. It's a lie.
Not an act, folks. They're telling us.
Is like Michael J. Fox and others faking ailments and diseases to hide the truth from you about something else.
Wow.
He was huge in the 80s.
Wow, I was just like saying the most outrageous thing I could
Hey
think.
guys, I'm like Michael J. Fox. Go to streamlabs.com/mystery dude.
I gotta do better.
This is how we trick the goyim.
You just look like Stevie Wonder. You just look like Stevie Wonder live.
Oh God, Finish Flat Earther's about to go. Like, see, you just gotta slap him around and it fixes him. Quit being retarded, son.
You gotta look at several things in
is a
the.
bad love.
You gotta
And
look at a
only
lot of things in the
know.
ceiling.
If the world is flat, that means the land I own is actually smaller. So
I have-
you're trying to scam me, Finish Flat Earther. I'll fucking take you to court for that.
Hit play.
Yes.
In case you forgot what you were doing.
So, oh God. Oh God, he finally lost it. He's nuts. Just hit play, buddy.
When did you guys get here?
Oh God.
In your head, inside your head, we've always been here.
You've always
In
been
your
here, Till.
head, in your head, zombie,
Zombie.
zombie,
Zombie.
zombie. Unless you're watching 20 Days Later, which is in case it's rage virus.
He has.
You know, I've never heard that song's like original form. I've only ever heard people sing covers of it.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I only
like
know the
every band I'd play with,
Cranberries
if I was on
version.
like a bill with a bunch of other bands, at least one of those bands would play Zombie.
Yes, it's a very easy three-chord song.
hated
I've
the
played
fucking
it
song. I hate
100 million times on the acoustic. Hey,
that
women
fucking
love
song.
it. Women love it.
I know. I
Dude,
fucking
like-
hate this song.
Half of my repertoire was just women music, like. You know?
Oh, back when you were a big
Not only
ladies
does he
man.
think having Parkinson's is
Yeah,
funny.
back then.
The dark times, right?
My repertoire, I mean, like on acoustic guitar, like.
Oh, gotcha.
He'd play at a coffee shop and he'd just stare at one woman in the coffee shop while he plays the entire song without blinking. He called it his
Yes.
Brazilian tractor beam.
No, I feel like it'd be very intense. Like like he's fucking. He doesn't even have a pick. He's just on an acoustic.
I would
doing
play
the-
like
Playing a classical.
Wonderwall, of course. Said maybe. And then I would play losing my religion.
I hated that song too. I had other friends that play that song.
I
I would
know.
hear probably both of those songs at least. If I was going to an open mic, at least 3 times a piece.
It
if I was
works,
playing-
dude. Works like fucking hell.
fucking
I
hate
would
those
play. I would play. Fate No More Easy. Oh, the women love it. Come easy. Ah. My friends would do the easy
Oh,
like
you're so
Sunday
gay.
morning. Ooh,
You're so gay.
ooh, drowning in pussy. No, I'm just
So
kidding.
I play things like fuck, what was the God damn it, I'm blanking on the fucking dude's name. He was a mailman in his 40s and then he got big with in the 70s singing. Bill Withers. Ain't No Sunshine. We play that.
Ain't no sun. Of course, it's a
Yeah, oh,
fucking
yeah.
A minor. The whole song. You fucking.
Well, I was playing
fucking A
drums.
minor, the
I
whole
was playing
song.
drums, so I didn't really
Ain't no
care about what key it
sunshine when
was
it's
in.
gone.
Yeah, I was playing drums the whole time, so I was playing
It's
drums
a
and singing.
one. Yeah,
Dude,
it's
when
a
we
good
get
one.
to the I know part, I would start hitting these like fucking trap beats with
Fucking
it.
30 minutes. I know, I know, I know, I know, I
dude,
know, I know, I know, I know, I know.
Sometimes I would just keep going just to fuck with my bandmates. See how long we keep going.
Yeah, we know. Someone in the audience. We know.
That's when you yell, "Better lean on me now."
We're so different.
I think that's pretty funny. Who do I see about that? That's funny, Michael. That's real funny. And not only does he think it's funny, but he can turn it on and off.
I can make myself still, but I won't be as animated.
Show me what happens if you make yourself still. As he showed us 6 years ago.
Now, before you're completely offended and swipe away,
Oh, look!
I want you to hear a little story
Wait,
about.
oh,
Stevie
dude.
Wonder
Oh my God,
and
he's
Fox.
he's faking it.
Fox.
Though to be fair, I do think he is faking it a little bit.
I do think
A little bit, a little bit.
Like a
Have
little
you seen
bit.
the videos? Have you seen the videos with like all the evidence of like Stevie Wonder is not?
He wears
Yeah.
a watch.
Yeah.
Case
If you were
closed.
blind, still, if you were blind and rich, would you still wear a watch? Just
Maybe
for
a
style?
braille watch. A braille watch would be cool.
A sundial.
Sundial.
That way you have something to stab somebody with
Yeah.
on your wrist.
Yeah, I still think he's blind. He's just, he can still see some things.
Dude, either we're like tuning into his frequency or we're becoming schizophrenics like him because we're predicting the whole shit.
No, it's just he's not original, and he's very like basic bitch with his conspiracies. And it's all very.
No, it's because we're smart and we can predict these things.
I mean, John,
Till-
I would love to say that was true, but I don't think
That's
the case.
why the people come to us, the experts.
Yes.
Okay, look, I actually write all his videos.
Hey,
okay,
Kyle.
he's a puppet
Yes,
of
sir.
ours.
Word Salad
What?
just sent me something. Did you know that D. Harold Bird was also known for owning the Texas School Book Depository in Dallas, where Lee Harvey Oswald was working at the time of President Kennedy assassination?
I didn't know that, but I saw it on the chat. Like, so he's saying that
It's a weird
Bird's
connection.
son, Admiral Bird's son,
Like his family
or Bird
owned the,
himself, his family owned
yeah,
the
yeah.
thing.
That's
Wow.
weird, right? Right?
You think Stevie Wonder can see? Listen. What are you talking about?
I mean, if Shaq thinks it, clearly.
That's the craziest thing ever.
I'm saying we lived in a building together on Wilshire Boulevard.
Wait, all right. Wait, you lived in a building with Stevie.
With Stevie, okay? You used to have to drive to the bottom, underneath, to park your car.
Stevie J says Stevie Wonder is definitely blind. Stevie's are very trustworthy.
It goes
Okay,
down 'cause
Stevie
when I got
J.
it, I didn't press the button. So it went down first. Stevie got in. I'm standing in the corner. I didn't say nothing. And he looked over and he's like,
What up, Big Diesel? And he turned his head.
Yeah, but were you breathing? Because you
You're the
breathe
size
very
of a
loudly.
house. You must be emanating heat
Yeah.
like a fucking radiator.
Yeah. So the allegation is not that he's totally not blind, is that he's like there's levels of blindness. He like can like see
Yeah.
shapes.
Like some blind
I
people
think
can-
he's
Yeah,
completely
they can see like
sighted.
outlines and shit.
Yeah.
I knew a guy when I was a little kid. He was a deacon in our church where I grew up in like Missouri, like before I moved to Texas. And this guy was legally blind, and he had a wife and 3 daughters, right? And sometimes like they would. My brother and I were like, I was probably like 5 years old. My brother was like more like 8 or 9, and their daughters were like 12 to like 16. And so like they would take us sometimes, and like we'd go out to their farm, and like during like Sunday afternoon, and they'd bring us back Sunday night to church, and hand us back off to our parents, right? He would drive. He would drive drive us to and from his
Well,
That's kind of awesome.
farm.
Well, he's
He's blind.
blind, not a woman.
But he could see shapes, but he couldn't really make out details. But he wasn't technically allowed to drive. I think about it now.
So
like,
his level of blindness on a scale is like slightly above Asian.
slightly below Asian, I'd say. Like Asians can at
Above,
least
because
read. I don't think he
wasn't
could
dinging
read.
his car on every fucking other
Well,
car.
that's- I don't think
Are we
has anything to
talking
do with
like an
blindness.
Indian guy? Like fresh off the boat Indian guy driver? Or I think that might be a middle ground.
Thought of
Taxi
feather.
drivers.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm telling you what happened. I don't know if I was.
Okay, now back to Michael. Now, why in the world would they ever fake some sort of ailment as terrible as Parkinson's?
Hey, Corey.
that's the $1 million question.
Wait a minute. That's not Michael J. Fox. That's Scott Wolf.
Yeah. You motherfucker. I wasn't gonna say. I was like, that doesn't look
Fox,
like Michael
huh?
J. Fox.
Not even remotely.
But I don't know.
It says right behind him. It's
Oh,
right there.
Scott
It's right
Wolf
there.
works for Fox. Could be named Michael. In alternate reality, clearly Michael J. Fox.
There's furry pornography of foxes and wolves.
Clearly, Michael J. Fox fucks himself as Scott Wolf.
I don't know how I know that, Johnny, but I'll just pretend I didn't hear it.
Michael J. Fox was Teen Wolf. I swear, God, Yeti, he's gonna bring up Teen Wolf. Watch.
You know, the actor Scott Wolf, who looks almost identical to Michael J. Fox.
Not really.
He was in A Party of Five, if you
They
remember
do look
back to
very
those
similar.
days. Yeah, that's Michael J.
It's a lot
Fox. and
closer
that's
than all
Scott
of his
Wolf.
other
And
comparisons.
You know what's
So
funny
Scott
about the
Wolf
Scott?
plays Michael J. Fox
Playing Teen
in
Wolf,
like those.
I guess.
Yeah,
okay.
I just pretend to have a terrible life because I can't stop moving. That's what I'm doing. You know.
That's
Oh,
normal.
shit, I'm freezing, dude. Oh, it's so cool.
Wolf thing.
I don't know,
I
that's
found
like
this so
90
funny.
here.
Michael J. Fox was in Teen Wolf, and you know,
Earth is flat, Kyle. Should be 90 degrees there.
Yeah. Hey, if he can fake being sick, I can fake being cold.
Yeti, you're right. Brought up Teen Wolf. What was his character's name in Teen Wolf? Scott Howard. What does he change his name to when he goes to work for Fox? Scott Wolf. This is like some gematria bullshit. Like it's not numbers, but it's like that same level of like dot to dot to dot to dot to dot to dot to dot. Like you just made all that shit up. You know, like these things.
I was
are all
watching
common things.
like a 4chan deep dive yesterday in the back, like after the show, and it was like about a code that they actually, moral of the story, it's probably a CIA experiment where they planted a bunch of threads on 4chan telling people to make synchronicity diaries. So like, oh, let's start recording all of and look for, synchronicities are like coincidence, all this
Yeah.
the type of shit that he does and all of that, things that kind of, all of that. And people was starting to go insane. So the point of the story is that CIA was experimenting in having, again, moral of the story, when you start paying attention and trying to figure out synchronicities, you go insane. And they basically
Kyle,
proved it
Kyle.
with this experiment. Like, you go insane because you start looking for it, and then you keep finding it, and then it completely fucks up your brain because you will find things.
You're close. You're
But
close.
you can't control. You don't know why. There's
Kyle,
no reason.
You're,
And you
you're
never
close.
figure it out why.
Here's the truth. In the 1940s, World War II, Japan experimented with something called a human flesh interface, where human beings would be amalgamated into machines where they would create things called restraint bed portals. And in these bed portals, they would find fleshy tunnels and things that would dig into the earth. And some people would try to go in there, and they would find themselves attacked by hands coming off the walls and little mouths.
Did anyone
trying
get to
eat them.
reference yet?
Anyways, that's how it used to be done. Now, Mother Horse Eyes is trying to create a giant flesh interface using the internet.
Okay, just
and
give us the reference.
conspiracy
too.
threads.
I have no idea what movie.
Am
you're
I having
talking
a
about.
stroke? What you talk about fucking flesh
Yeah.
tunnels? Like what?
It's a
Flesh
reference.
interfaces.
Fucking. I'll show
Come on,
your
Till,
mom
give
a
us.
flesh tunnel.
We give up. We give up. We lose the
Boom.
point. What's the
In
reference?
Vietnam, Kyle, there was a platoon that was dispatched to wipe out a village. Told everybody in the village was combatants, kill them all. When they got there, everyone in the village was laying on the ground, just kind of looking up at the sky. They walked around, they shot all of them in the head, killed every single one. And then they started smelling something weird in the village. They went to this tent in the middle, and they found this altar. When they moved the altar, removed all the carpets, everything, they found a fleshy, cavernous tunnel ascending into the earth, and it was breathing on them, Kyle.
Okay, is this the what was that? The Flash, the ARG that they say that's like a. Okay, to give us the reference already.
There's no reference. This is just history.
Shut up! You
A flesh tunnel?
Being serious.
I've heard that. I have not heard this this creepypasta before.
That's the
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah, the creepy.
When they went inside the tunnels, Kyle,
a
when they went
theme
inside the
park
tunnels,
where
they
it's
found
like-
whales.
Oh man, have you ever heard of the Dagestani giants they found in
Fucking piece
Iraq?
of shit. He's not gonna give us the reference.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, adults, you send them in the tunnel, they come back dead, right?
They come back dead.
The younger you send them, the more likely they are to survive. They come back dead. Sometimes they come back altered. Okay, but animals.
Yeah, Stevie J. That sounds like SCP.
Animals can
Mystery
go
Flash
in and
Pit,
out of
yeah.
the portal with no effects. And so an experiment in the 60s sent a bunch of a particular kind of mockingbird that is really good at mimicking sounds, sent a bunch of hundreds into this tunnel, and they come back. And they started playing this weird, what they described as a flute language. And when they made all the birds sing the mimics together, it made everyone in the fucking building start puking their guts out. And someone mysteriously murdered all the birds.
A court examiner thinks that you've been serious.
So this is an
This is
anime,
all
right?
real, Kyle.
Yes, it's all real. Yeah, and they
I don't
have
like that you're mocking me.
they found one which is like real big and it's like a flash tunnel, and they build a theme park around it.
No. There's no theme park. This is not a theme park. Kyle, you
Okay.
go in the flesh tunnel, you're gonna die, or you're gonna come back
Gotcha.
altered, like fucked up, like your body contorted, bones
No,
not
they
where
don't
they're
go
at.
in there. There's just like viewing platforms around it.
And here's the weird thing, Kyle.
Anyway,
When-
if you're not
hold
gonna
on.
give it,
Here's the
well,
weird
you're
thing.
just wasting.
You send
Yeah.
in a child,
Hmm.
they will come back, and if you pull them out too early, they will come back in a placenta sac. and they've tested the chemicals the placenta sac is making, and it's fucking LSD, Kyle. They come back with a placenta that makes LSD.
He's not gonna tell us. It's just
we lost him,
wasting
dude.
everyone's time.
He's
Yeah.
gone.
It's something. It's something.
They all talk
Till,
about.
I'm sorry I didn't read your books, okay? This
Kyle.
does sound very interesting, though.
Kyle, they all talk about Mother Horse Eyes.
Mother horse size.
Eyes.
What? Mother
Eyes.
horse eyes.
Mother Horse Eyes.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up.
Anyways,
You know
we'll
what
get back
his
to this.
name was in Teen Wolf?
Kyle's wasting time over here.
Scott.
It's
Scott Howard.
something.
In Scott.
It's a
in Teen
ARG.
Wolf. Scott.
No, it's not an ARG.
Wolf. Imagine that, and it looks so
It's a
similar.
real life story that happened for real.
Mother horse size, sometimes abbreviated, yada yada, 9M9 head, which spells it's a screen name of an anonymous writer of a creepypasta, blah blah blah.
It's not creepypasta,
And
it's facts.
The story
hidden in plain
sometimes
sight.
referred to
Oh
by
yeah,
others.
is it written in green text still? That means
the
it's
story,
real.
No, it's written in red.
The
It means
story
that Jesus said it.
sometimes. Calm down,
Oh,
guys. The story sometimes referred by others as the Interface series touch on such topics as Vietnam, Elizabeth Battery, the Treblinka concentration camp, humpback whales, the Manson family, and LSD.
Sorry. Continue.
Damn, you knew that whole creepypasta by...
It's not a creepypasta, Kyle. It's facts.
Yeah.
They don't want you to
facts. Yes.
know. They're
You know what,
hiding
Tilt?
it. Kyle, they're hiding it in plain sight. The show Stranger Things, that's just soft disclosure, man.
Oh God, we're gonna get a video from Fittest Flat
that's
Earther next month talking about the flesh pit.
It's not a flesh
That's
pit.
actually
It's a portal.
another
Tunnel.
That's
It's a flesh
no,
interface.
wait. That's actually another good like Fetus Flat Earth parody of offshoot, which is like just believe all the creepypasta and like just believe it's real.
Try and like prove it too.
Yeah, prove it.
I can't
Anyways,
believe you
was
don't
there
believe me,
anything
Kyle.
else?
I don't. I'm a
Michael J.
little
Fox
upset. I'm
fixes that.
a little upset that you
Fixes
you
that.
don't
Fixes
believe me.
disease.
How
I
long do we
believe
know
you.
each other, Kyle? You don't trust me?
Till you're a
I trust
known
you. I trust you.
gaslighter. I don't trust you.
Yeah, you're the biggest gaslighter.
I
ever
get
knew.
what? What the? now I'm really offended.
See, he's doing it right now.
I am
You're doing it right
seriously
now.
offended. I'm ostentatiously offended.
It's fine.
I'm sorry you're offended, man.
It's fine too. It's fine.
It's not fine, Kyle. My
Look,
feelings are hurt with my with your words that hurt
Look.
my feelings.
Look, a bunch of fucked up stuff happened in Vietnam. What you said might have happened.
It absolutely happened.
No, that thing he said
No.
when he started saying like it's taken from of Operation Phoenix, where they were like actually trying to get like special forces squads to like really do insane. There's a whole conspiracy, actual one, which like the serial killer like wave from the 60s, 70s, 80s.
Only
Was
exists because
tied
of
to
MK
Operation. Was
Ultra.
like people they did Operation Phoenix in Vietnam, which was like to see how much you can make someone be a psychopath, like just turn them into the biggest monsters, whatever. And some of those people came back from Vietnam, but they didn't have the like Vietnamese people and the missions all like laid out for them to like kill people indiscriminately. So they started doing serial killer shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a real like. There's a lot of connections
At
there.
one
with,
time,
like,
they found
Operation
a
Phoenix
weird
and all
hut that had a shrine, and they moved the altar, and there was a weird. It just
Flesh pit.
in the reports it described it like it was a throat, and that it was breathing on them. They said the inside of the tent was humid and moist.
It was just Shaquille O'Neal laying there.
No, Kyle. See, what's happening is this Mother Horse Eyes is like, it's like the the other one, not God, not the devil.
The
other one.
Eldritch. The old one.
You ever know the concept of Q?
Anon?
No, not QAnon. Q is a concept in I guess you'd say esotericism or agnosticism, where they believe that you have like, you know, good and evil, but there's also like a third one that's like outside of them and can do like different things.
That guy's me. I like that guy. I resonate with that guy.
Well, Mother Horse Eyes likes to seduce you, and then she
Hot.
rips you apart.
Oh, that's well. I mean, it's kind of hot, but like
one of the subjects
Ow?
from the tests in the 70s wrote about they had a dream that they were a dog on a farm, and that they were like, you know, walking alongside their master as he was walking around the farm and could smell his boots. Have memories, like vivid memories of their mother, and like, you know, being a puppy and how it hasn't seen its family in forever, and it hears a voice from the edge of the woods, and he goes out there and it's an alpha she-wolf, and the she-wolf's like, "Come be with me," and as it's seducing him, three of the wolves surround him and kill him, and he wakes up.
I would fight off the other wolves and fuck her.
Well, it was
the wolf, the lady wolf.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would punch the lady wolf right in the fucking snout, and I would go back inside.
Oh, you don't have hands. You're a dog.
He'd find a way.
I would headbutt her in the snout.
There's also something called the oily ones.
What are we doing? What
Kyle, what are you?
happened?
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is happening in the world. Okay, I don't want Mother Horse Eyes taking us over through the internet. Huh? I don't want to end up in a fucking bed restraint portal with a goddamn feeding tube down my dick. I don't think that's where that goes. Anyways.
But what if those are the only stargates that are real, and you
No.
gotta go through them?
No, the real stargates are made by God. Not.
I think you've been
Mother
working a
Horse
little bit
Eyes.
too much, Till. I think you've been working a little too much.
What is he doing? What are
You
you
should-
Did a crater
I'm
open
trying to
under
wake
your
you up,
house and there's
Kyle.
like fumes?
I'm
There's
trying
fumes
to
coming
wake
out
you
of
up,
the
Kyle.
earth? Okay, sir. I
Yeah,
believe
he's
you.
on like a ley line.
Kyle,
Yeah,
if you ever
he's on a
see
ley line. A gay line.
metal
Gay
cylindrical,
line.
Kyle, if you ever see metal cylindrical tubes reaching up into the sky, run the opposite direction as far as you fucking can.
Okay.
Because that means there's a flesh portal interface opening up near you,
Never
and
got
hell is gonna
into,
fucking
like-
come through it.
Okay, sir. I never got into creepypasta, SCP.
Oh, some of it's
PRGs.
awesome.
I never. Might
The
be.
SCP stuff I like, but
Cole Alexander
might be,
says I
but
can't
I'm
enforce
just
these
like,
initiations.
eh.
I will hold Kyle
Yeah.
down and initiate him. Wait, that's not a gay.
oh, wait a minute. Hold up. This better
Sound a
not be
little
like
gay.
Skull and Bones, Till.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold him down, and I'm gonna initiate you, fucking Kyle.
Fucking
All right, guys.
bush over there.
I think it's time for you to get out of here. I gotta, go buy some more shotgun shells in case Mother Horse Eyes comes and visits in the night. She knows I'm
Buy the
on to
silver
her.
ones. Buy the silver ones.
No, I have to get some that are made with holy water. For some reason, the Bible agitates her, Kyle.
Oh.
I'm gonna keep researching
some-
this.
Get some white ash too, just for good measure.
White ash?
Yeah, white ash.
Why-
Use it on
garlic?
skinwalkers.
Why it's gotta be
usually.
Some garlic.
No, it's not
Some
that.
fried garlic.
No, you guys aren't taking this seriously.
Some fried garlic.
All right,
Oh,
guys,
you
these
don't
guys
think
are watching.
skinwalkers are real?
These guys aren't taking this seriously. They're
Fine
clearly
cut
not. They don't
garlic.
believe me. This is
Some olive oils.
This is a disaster. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great one.
All right, goodbye, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Can't believe you guys don't believe
I
me.
know.
Remember, none of this is satire.
I'm serious, John.
I know.
Size, mother horse size, mother horse size,
The
mother horse
best,
size.
the best, the best, the best, the best, the
Let's
best,
turn
the
on.
best, the
Flesh Tunnel. Flesh Tunnel.
best of
Flesh Tunnel. Operation Phoenix. Mother Horse Eye.
Yeah.
Did you say Mother Horse's ass?
Horse
Yeah.
eyes!
Yes.
It sounds like horse's ass.
Horse's ass.
And Hitler was there.